What's up everyone, Lion Roar here, and the much maligned limit breaks are here, so of course, I'm gonna talk about it. But first, join me over in Gemstone Legends. It's a fantastic match 3 RPG game, and it's players who get in early on games like this who are at the biggest advantage. Not only will you help the channel out by using the link in the description of this video, but if you use the code #lion_2021 you're gonna get a guaranteed free epic hero named Elidor, along with 5 more gold scrolls, that's more heroes, and a bunch of gold and gems. And after you download the game, you're going to have access to the beginner events, which is going to get you one more free epic hero named Soliana, and a bunch of free legendary equipment and a platinum scroll, which is again another free epic or legendary hero. Guys, wow. Just make sure to use that code within 3 hours of downloading the game and after completing the tutorial. And I will see you over in Gemstone Legends. I've had a number of people ask me in the comments to make a video talking about the limit breaks and what I think, and I have to admit I've been putting it off because I haven't really been able to form an opinion about that until now. So today is the first day we got the limit breaks, and I've been able to play through the quest, the Mirages of Omega, and start to think about how this is actually going to play out. And I've been listening to what some other people have been saying and things like that too, to finally form an opinion. So I'm going to give that opinion to you, but first, let's talk about what limit breaks are, just in case any of you watching are still wondering what this means, especially if you're a newer player and you maybe don't have any maxed heroes yet to take advantage of this. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on this because it's relatively simple and easy, and you can read all about it on the forums and in the notes that Small Giant Games has given us and everything. But basically, we're going to get these quests from time to time. And this one in particular was an ice quest, and it allowed us to gather up ether. So what do you do with ether? Well, you go find one of your heroes that you've already maxed up, and since this one was ice, I'm going to pick an ice hero like Krampus. You're going to see at the bottom there's a button for limit break, and this would usually be the area where you would click upgrade and, you know, feed him heroes and things like that. But of course I have him maxed out. When I click on limit break now, you're going to see that down here is where I can use the ether that I've collected. And I got this ether from the quest that I did. When you have enough of it, you can press the limit break button. You can see the first quest wasn't enough to give me what I need to limit break Krampus yet. I am just one away from being able to do that, and that's with Ice Ether 3, so you can see there's different rarities of this. And once I do that, I'm going to be able to max Krampus up to level 85. So basically, all this is, it's really simple. You're just taking the top limit that heroes are, which is level 80 for legendaries, and grinding it up to 85. Of course, that's going to increase the stats and everything too. It increases it a good amount, but not like out of this world or anything like that. The epic heroes are going to go from level 70 to 75, and then rare heroes from 50 to 55. So take note of that. All right. Well, I've heard a lot of people talk about these limit breaks ruining the game, and this is why they're leaving and not playing anymore and things like that. And I don't know. I wasn't so... When I first heard about limit breaks, I wasn't like super angered by it. I was just like, oh, it's another thing, right? This is power creep. That's what it is. So I'm just going to come out and say it is power creep, right? One way that Empires and Puzzles has been allowing for power creep is just to obviously release more and more powerful heroes as they go. A lot of people have been complaining about how their weaker heroes just get weaker and weaker as we go. Maybe this was initially thought of as a way to power up some of the weaker heroes, but who's going to put the limit break on a weaker hero, right? You're going to do it on your best hero. In fact, I would suggest that when you go to limit break, you look at your defense first that you use most of the time in wars and tournaments and raids and all that. Like, look for a hero you use more than you use any other hero, because your defense gets hit way more than you ever used heroes on offense. So you want to pick a defensive hero and one that you're probably going to use a lot on offense as well. So just look at your heroes that get the most use. Anyway, that's my suggestion. That's what we should put limit breaks on. So it's definitely not going to help strengthen weaker heroes. It's just going to make stronger heroes stronger, of course. Now, if you're a free-to-play player, that could be good because, well, maybe your best hero is a Season 1 hero and it just doesn't match up with other players who are paying, and this is a way to kind of ramp it up a little bit and, stay up to date. But I think that limit breakers have caused quite a reaction in the Empires and Puzzles community. And for the reasons that I stated. But here's the thing, and here's my opinion. I don't care. I don't care that there's limit breaks. I don't care that they added it. I certainly wouldn't have pined for it if they didn't do it. I just don't care. And the reason I don't care is because at this point in my playing of Empires and Puzzles, I'm just here to play the game and have some fun. This is just another thing. I don't have to do it if I don't want to. I'm playing in a very fun alliance right now where we're just focused on having fun. And that's what a game is meant to be, is just you're playing it to have fun. Of course, there's some whales out there who are playing it to compete and be the best of the best. And there was definitely a time where I was striving for that. But there was also a point where I reached where I was like, I don't want to just spend money to be the best of the best, especially if it's not going to lead me to having fun. I get to have a lot of fun with the alliance I'm currently in right now, and especially in the wars, I get to see lots of creative defenses. The defenses are changing a lot in the wars that I play now as compared to the past, where they would pretty much just be the same heroes that were purchased over and over, and now they're all going to be the same limit broken heroes. So this makes me think, who's the limit break good for? And what's the purpose? Well, to presume positive intentions, the limit break is a thing that they've instituted in the game to keep it going, to keep it alive, basically. We always need something to strive for. If we have nothing to strive for, then we're going to stop playing. But, of course, on the negative side, it's not too much of a stretch to think that they're going to start popping ether into deals that you have to buy. And so, of course, the players that are buying the most deals, the whales, again, on the top, they're going to be the ones with the most powerful heroes, and they get ahead. And I mean, it's been a long time in Empires and Puzzles where to be a top player, you got to spend money. And when I'm talking money, I'm talking thousands and thousands of dollars. And I'm not doing that. I'm here to have fun. I want to enjoy the game. So who's it for? Who's the limit break for? I don't think it's for the whales, actually. I mean, it's not for them. I think partly it's intended for them, but it's not for the whales. It's for Small Giant Games, or Zynga, in other words. Because the whales are going to spend money in order to get ether if they ever put it in deals. And they're going to spend the most money, and Small Giant Games wins in that scenario. But it's not for the whales. The whales lose because they're spending more money, basically to just stay on top. That's it. Is it for tier 2 players who are almost competitive? They definitely spend lots of money, but just aren't quite like top budget. It's going to make them a little more competitive. But I don't know. I think it's just a way to keep these paying players and players who have been playing for a long, long time going in the game, giving them something to strive for. I don't think it's exciting like new heroes. I think new heroes are the way to keep people playing for a long time. So is this for the mid players, mid tier? No, I don't know. Maybe. But I'm just not sure who benefits from it. And does it hurt anyone? I don't think it necessarily hurts the whales. They're going to spend money anyway, so they're spending it on this. Does it hurt the tier 2 players? Maybe a little bit, actually, because it just creates a wider gap between the whales and the tier 2 players. Does it hurt the mid-tier players or lower? And I would say I'm like a mid-tier player. At this point, like I have spent some money in the past year, but not like I had used to in the past. And basically, I only spend money now on heroes that I think I don't chase them, but when I see fun heroes, I like to try and summon for some of them because I want to play with them. Like I just got Emilio, and that's been a lot of fun. Mid players? I don't know. If you're anything like me, then I just don't care. I don't think this hurts me. I don't think this helps me. I think it's just another thing in the game that I can do or not do. But here's where I'm at. I'm just going to play the game and have fun. If I get around to limit breaking and having more powerful heroes, which I inevitably will because I play the game daily, great. But I am not going to stress over this. There's nothing I'm chasing here. I'm not just going to buy deals for the sake of buying deals if that's something that ever comes out. I'm just going to play the game and have fun the way it was intended to be. Alright guys, if you enjoyed this video and you haven't already, please consider hitting that like button and subscribing, hitting the bell notification as well so you know when I drop new videos or go live, and I will catch you in the next one.